Here we go, week 2. I was just looking at the phone or the camera for like the last 8 minutes trying to think about what to say, but that's not getting the work done. So it's Sunday morning here, and how about I tell you a little bit about one of my favorite ways to make eggs. Those are delicious, and I just ate them. So what we're going to do is we're going to soft boil eggs, and we're going to basically make them taste like deviled eggs, which you would normally use mayonnaise and all of this kind of stuff that, for most people who are trying to lose fat and just get healthier, probably not the best things for them to be eating, despite how delicious they are. So here's what you can do. Soft boiling the eggs is going to be the first step to making this super awesome, as opposed to hard boiling them. And so first thing you want to do is boil water so that it's already boiling. So pre-boil this water. Put in as many eggs as you want to. Here's the cool thing. 1 egg is going to take you about 12 minutes to make. 12 eggs are going to take you about 12 minutes to make. So make as many as you want. So then set the timer. Probably, if you're using like large eggs, set the timer about 9 minutes, like on the dot. Once those eggs go in, immediately set the timer. Once the timer's done, immediately take them over to the faucet or an ice bath or something like that and get them to cool down. Why? Because the eggs are going to continue to cook on the inside. If we want them soft-boiled, then we don't want them hard-boiled. We need to cool down the existing heating that's going on inside of them. So then, give them a couple ice baths, let them heat up the water and ice it down again. Once they're at a normal, cool temperature, you're going to slice them in half so that you see the yolk, the soft yolk, exposed on both sides. And then, here's a secret. So we're going to take a capful of red wine vinegar. It has to be red wine vinegar, although balsamic vinegar is probably going to taste really good as well. But I find it's a bit sweet, and I like it a little less sweet. So maybe start with balsamic vinegar. I don't know. And then what you're going to do is put a few drops, maybe like a half of a capful, just drop it, drop by drop into the yolk. And then, to make it really awesome, it requires Old Bay. Old Bay seasoning, typically used for crabs and all kinds of other things, but Old Bay goes on goddamn everything. So we're going to, put a few shakes or a few thousand shakes onto the eggs that now have the vinegar in them, and now taste like mayonnaise and deliciousness. Why? Because mayonnaise is basically egg yolks and vinegar anyway, but guess what it doesn't have now? Soybean oil and vegetable oil and all other kinds of silly inflammatory oils that you don't need to be eating that don't really contribute to the taste either. So get all the taste and none of the garbage. So that's Old Bay eggs, basically. So another thing I've been thinking about today and recently is just being overly reactive in your life. So some people, they kind of live always reacting to things. They never have control or ground. They're never choosing the direction through, where they're going in their day-to-day lives. So they'll wake up and they'll instantly be reacting to, I have to do this, or, the alarm just told me to wake up, and, I need to go do this before this other thing happens. And so you're constantly putting out fires, essentially. So the problem with that is if you're constantly reacting to things, you never have a chance to sit down, reflect, and decide on what are the things that you want to do, what are the things that are going to make you, actually feel happier, be more productive, do the things that you want in the kind of life that you want. But not only that, if you're constantly being reactive, you're constantly in this heightened, alerted state where you never really get to relax either. So it's important to at first recognize this and then get out of it at least by scheduling some sort of downtime for yourself, whether it's an hour or 5 minutes, literally 1 minute. And then just kind of think of what are the things that I want to do rather than what are the things that I must do right now, and then kind of go from there. And 5 minutes is already up. and I have to click publish because that's the law now. Thank you for listening. I don't know why you did.